We're live. Finskewer.com. I'm Russell Clay, here to review the 2025 NFL Combine. We're going to look at some of the results, talk about the biggest takeaways from the weekend, and then we're going to get out of here. So, talked to Mondo this weekend. Felt like a good time to do a Combine review. Some of this stuff, after a few days, it's not really relevant anymore. So, let's just fire in here, take a look at some of these results, talk about some of these players. For those of you that are just getting into the Combine and prospects at this point in the game, you're still early. You're still very early. I would say the NFL draft and prospects in general are in a different phase than they were a decade or 2 decades ago, where the information pouring out does not really creep up into value for us until weeks before the draft. So we are data collecting this weekend, but more so we are listening to the news, hearing what they're saying about these prospects. This time of year, we always get to hear about red flags, things coming away from the weekend. So we're going to look at the numbers today, but we're building momentum for what we're looking at today. So not many quarterbacks tested, as I would expect, especially Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. They did interview, but a lot of these guys at the quarterback position, athleticism, unless you're Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, it's not really relevant. So let's pull up 2025 rankings. Draft. All right. The ranking doesn't matter. If you guys haven't checked out this site yet, I want to show you guys something. If you guys haven't checked out this site yet, NFL Draft Buzz, they have a great deep list of rankings if you're curious and want to dive deep. So Jackson Dart didn't test. Milroe didn't test. Ward, Shedeur Sanders. That is the base of this class. This is not a good class as far as prospects go. When you think about the way things work, right? Last year, 2024, we had 5 franchise caliber quarterback prospects come out. Now, I was not high on this fella initially, Jaden Daniels, but he ended up being the franchise guy from that. But you think about Caleb Williams, Drake May, guys like Bo Nix. I mean, just an incredible class. And this one does not have that. I really love Cam Ward, but of course they didn't test Jackson Dart. I would have loved to see what he tests at because he is a great athlete, but didn't get to see that. Milroe's another one. He can definitely run a 4.4, is my theory. He's a guy that a team can build around, would be super excited to see what they can do there. Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not super high on Shedeur Sanders. He's going to go in the first round. And Cam Ward's my guy. I like Cam Ward. He's got the swag, but he's also my archetype. Pocket passer, accurate. He's the Stroud, the Stroud Lawrence, that pocket passer archetype that we're looking for. That seems to come once a draft class now. This is what we're looking for. And even he's not Caleb, but again, we're looking at that archetype. So that's what we're looking at for quarterbacks. Not much to get excited about there. As you can see, a few guys ran, but who cares really? Running back. They exceeded all expectations, and the expectations were very, very, very high to begin with. Heading into the weekend, guys like Travion Henderson, we were excited about. Trevor Etienne, RJ Harvey. But then you see some of these guys coming out of nowhere who, how do we say this? Hayshul Tutin, guys. We got to figure that one out together. Jaden Blue and Brashard Smith from SMU. Really nice prospect there. This is a great class. And yeah, this is a great class. And I think someone to think about, Omarion Hampton, 4.46, right? Not top 10 in the 40-yard dash, but going to be a guy that's getting hype. And as we walked into this class, which I can't wait for these guys to be on NFL rosters, Omarion Hampton, there's rumors he could go ahead of Ashton Jeanty right now, who did not test, nor would I need him to. But when I look through the names in this class, a guy like Jarquez Hunter, that's somebody I would have never even thought about, right? And he's a really good player. We got Raheem Rocket Sanders, Quinshawn Junkins, the other guy on Ohio State, Damian Martinez, Taj Brooks, Woody Marks, Jordan James, Caleb Johnson. All these guys were Devin Neal. This is going to be the best running back class we've had in a long time. Not just at the top, but from a volume perspective. Not kidding. We could get 15 quality running backs out of this class. And we desperately need it. We're seeing a lot of running backs hold on too long. We're seeing a lot of young running backs that aren't very good sustain roles. This class is going to burst into the NFL and take over. So I couldn't be more excited. God, I got cat hair. Norman. Oh, all right. So as you can see, some of these times are really good. Really anything under 4.6 is what we're looking at. 4.6 for Ollie Gordon. He was not a speed guy to begin with. We've learned this game at this point. As long as you're under a 4.6 or something reasonable, it doesn't really matter. The other stuff matters. That's just a vetting process to say, all right, if you're under 100 and if you're under 200 pounds and you run a 4.5, you're in trouble. But beyond that, you're going to be all right. Again, this guy won the combine. A little Kine and Nwangwu ish from Teuton. Not really a guy we looked at. Cam Scadaboo, 39-inch vertical. Very curious where he goes in the draft. Again, Omarion Hampton, not the top guy, but hovering around above average athleticism everywhere. RJ Harvey, really nice player there. LaQuint Allen, another guy who was fully featured in college and really held on to a nice big role. Dylan Sampson, I love that guy. Guys, and I did not have this. I'm not just hyping up all these guys because this, their names at the combine. Last year's class, there was nothing. I mean, Bucky Irving was whatever, but there was really nothing to get too excited about from that class last year. We all got excited about Jonathan Brooks. Of course, he got injured, but Trey Benson, there's like 10 Trey Bensons in this class. I'm not exaggerating. DJ Giddens, Donovan Edwards, man. So this running back class is unbelievable. Quinshawn Junkins, 11-foot broad jump. Again, Omarion Hampton not going to first in anything, but looking good. Only two guys did the 3-cone. Looks like that drill is pretty much dead. 20-yard shuttle, bench, vertical. Yeah. So if you have rookie drafts coming up, if you are invested in this class, you better be ready to draft running backs first, second, third, fourth round, because some of these guys are going to drop to the fourth, fifth round, and they should not. And some of these guys should drop in rookie drafts to the second and third round of rookie drafts, and they should not. There's going to be way more first round caliber running backs in this class than there are spots to draft. We saw this in 2017, and I'm going to go back there now. We saw this in 2017 where we had 5 of the best running backs of the decade come out. Oh my God. Stuck on shooting. Can you believe it? No shooting. No shooting. I was just presenting shooting. Can you believe that? I was just presenting the wrong screen. Son of a shooting. I think we gotta run this back. I think I gotta run this back, but I appreciate you saying something. I had no idea it was on the other screen. Son of a biscuit. Well, I guess this is a good practice. This is a good dry run. Now I'll know. But there's 11 minutes of content just for you, shooting, because we got to start this over. And all right. Well, you're a legend, shooting. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on in a few minutes, and I will reset and go through the combine results. So dry run. You're a legend, shooting. All right. End stream. I'll be back on YouTube.